I'm Richard Lewis reporting for Cadred.org here at the Mad Catz CSGO Invitational in Birmingham. It's just finished, it's just over. VeryGames have emerged victorious. So for once I've got MBK here with me and we're going to be talking about a gold medal. Finally, a win in CSGO. I never ask the question, how does it feel? Because it's generally a bad question, but I'm going to ask you, what are you thinking right now about it all?
Well, I think we're just happy to finally win, and even like you said, an international one. We've been winning a French one, but you know that's not the same taste by playing against European teams, which are recognized everywhere, such as Fnatic, such as Western Wolves, which ended up third, I guess. So you know that's finally on CS:GO, we always ended up second or even like third or fourth, and winning back is like winning my first round on CS. So it's just a feeling that you can just meet in these moments.
On a serious note, how close were you guys to maybe thinking about switching up the team, maybe changing some players? I mean, was it essential that you won here to make sure you didn't look at maybe doing that?
Well, winning this event is obviously like a good point, like making us say we're gonna stick together, let's just work on it, and you know just try to move forward. We didn't never thought about like changing a player or forwarding or whatever it can be. We're supported by our organization, by VeryGames, by Razer. We've got kind of a small fan base, I would say, compared to NIP. But you know, we're just trying to work on things, trying to go forward, and we're just trying to work harder every single time to just win lands like this one, and for once it paid.
Obviously the tournament's had some kind of ups and downs, you know, for you guys. You lost some games where we thought, you know, maybe you shouldn't have won them, but in the end you've managed to find that steel, that resolve to go on and win overall. What did you guys change over the course of the tournament and between this one, but between this one and the one previous? Because I noticed you guys, you know, like for example Scream, who we know is a terrific aimer, he seemed to have a bit more of a free role in the games that I saw. Was there anything tactically you switched around?
We've just prepared our games like we should have been to. Like every single team does the same. We just prepare games against some teams, and you know you're gonna adapt to some. So if you know that you can play like a one-on-one on one spot, like for example, if we let Scream play against another guy, it's gonna be 70-30, for example, because you know Scream is like such an amazing aimer. So he's gonna have the edge on winning a one-on-one. But it's still a team game, and we just try to adapt to teams. And I wouldn't say that Scream has more of a free role, but it's just, I don't know, we're just trying to adapt, as I said, and you know, sometimes you just have to go for it and like do what you have to do, and Scream is like really good at it.
Would this event have meant more if you had been the team to beat NIP? Because what's happened, just while you were playing your game, NIP have actually lost to Virtus Pro in the final of the Star Ladder. A lot of people thought you would be the team to dethrone them. That hasn't happened. So does this mean kind of less because you weren't able to do that, or are you just happy because, you know, we won a tournament?
Well, it's gonna be both. You know, like we are very happy to win this tournament, even though like NIP weren't here, even though Virtus Pro weren't here. Because you know Western Wolves beat us 4 times, like 4 maps, and we've always been willing to be the first team to beat NIP at least in one map, and turns out that Virtus Pro does it, and Virtus Pro is like an amazing team, like so many here. So you know, we have to do it. Like it's gonna be a personal victory just to win over like NIP if we manage to do that, and we're just happy for Virtus Pro. I mean, they play extremely well, and I mean, congrats to them.
Where do you see yourself now then? Because NIP are obviously beatable. They can actually be beaten. We know that. It's happened. Do you see NIP being beaten as a plus for you? Like you move up in the rankings, or do you see Virtus Pro beating them, meaning you're moving down in the rankings?
It's actually a very tough question to say, because we didn't play Virtus Pro on LAN. Yep. We played NIP at the Copenhagen Games and we lost 2-0 again. You know, I don't really know. Like NIP can obviously like bounce back and just, you know, win the other event like easily like they used to do. You know, everything can happen. I don't know how NIP are gonna react to that, because it's obviously their first loss. And Virtus Pro, I know them, like they're an extremely good team, especially on LAN. So I don't know. I would say that there is a top 5, and in this top 5, on each have a good days, you can beat everyone. So I don't think that there's like a special ranking like 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be more of a group and like a top group.
Yeah. Let's talk about Fnatic. They started out very poorly, nearly didn't get out of groups, managed to battle all the way to the final and gave you a real tough game. What do you make of them as a potential team for the future and as an opponent, having played against them?
Well, I mean, I know the players from 1.6, like Modi, they won everything basically on the last 1.6 year. Stinger is also an excellent player. Individually, I know them very well, and I don't know, it seems like they didn't find a good chemistry like yet. Like something is missing on team play at the moment. I mean, I'm sure they're going to find it like anytime soon, especially with Khan, coaching them. So I expect them to be big. I mean, they already beat Western Wolves, which are an amazing team as well. And we managed to win against them. We just gave everything, and we're like super happy to win against them.
I mean, there's an argument as well that you might not have been playing against them, because obviously when they played a Nexus, I think it was, there was the decision with the pistols where they restarted the map on Nuke. If you'd been playing, I mean, do you think that if you'd played another team, if the tournament had gone differently and maybe you'd played against the Brits or whatever, things would have worked out differently? I mean, or were Fnatic a team that you kind of felt, well, we can beat them, we can beat anybody here?
Well, when we come at an event like that, we're just basically thinking that we need to beat everyone here. So we expected Nexus, Western Wolves, Fnatic, FM Toxic surprised as well.
Yeah.
So we expected all of these teams to just be a threat against us, because they're like super good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're just like all super good, and we expected tough matches against everyone, and we just prepared them and managed to win against most of them, so we're like super happy.
Okay, so let's look to the future. VeryGames, I think, are now officially back on the map. They've won a very good tournament against a very strong field. Where are you guys going to be next? Because I imagine, I mean, we've got EMS coming up, haven't we? We've got ESEA Dallas. Do you feel like you need to take this momentum into those tournaments and pick up some wins in those as well, to say the VG that we know from Source is here again?
Well, obviously that's what we're going to try to do, because when you win a LAM, you're on a winning momentum and trying to open the streak and just continue doing it. So we're going to try to be extremely happy, like learn from our mistakes, because we made a lot of them. Like we lost against Nexus, for example, in the group stage. Not saying they're bad, but we didn't expect to lose this one. Like, I don't know, like we totally fucked it up. So we're just we're gonna try to keep the streak going, and like we want this one, even though that's the beginning of the streak. We're gonna try to the next week on EMS, maybe NIP are gonna be more shaky, because they lost one game, one LAN, which is even more incredible. Yeah. And we're gonna try to take advantage of that, and everything can happen, I guess, in the next LANs.
So last question, do you think this win means that the community, especially the people based on other websites and elements of the 1.6 community, do you think this win is going to make people respect your team more?
Yeah, it's true. I don't know why, but in general, like people are respecting NIP so much. Virtus Pro, ESC, everyone basically.
Navi.
But yeah, Navi as well. But we got like trashed on every single time. I don't actually know why, but because we're maybe socials, and
that's what
we ended up like stuck on every single time. But we're always happy to have like many fans following us, like supporting us. And for the ones who are just writing socials, go back home or whatever it can be, we're just like ignoring them, and we have to win on the game. We don't have to win on the website, on the comments, and whatever it can be. So we just, we focus on our game, and we're playing against 5 NIP players which are respected by everyone, and that they respect us as well. So we're just trying to face them, not reading the comments, which are generally bad about us, and just trying to move forward.
Well, look, you're definitely worthy winners at this tournament. It was great to see you guys again, see you guys back to what you can do. I think now you've got a photo of holding a check probably that you've got to do, so I'll let you go and do that. To all the people out there at Cadbury.org, we're going to try and wrap up as many interviews as we can while the tournament area is being packed down around us. Cut it a little bit fine in the timing, but do stay tuned. We're going to try and grab everyone from here at the Birmingham Mad Catz CSGO Invitational.